show talking horses.
I told you guys I wasn't going to come back empty-handed.
I got fans that are waiting in line at the ladies' room, and that's what I love. We are out here at the racetrack, and honey, we're one with the people. How we doing, y'all?
Truly. Heather's been getting stopped left and right. Apparently, this is the place where your fans are at. Is it the track?
Yes, it is. It is women wearing 2 pairs of Spanx and a gorgeous dress and uncomfortable heels, and they are just thriving. You know what I mean? And they're betting on horses, and we're just doing the most.
I mean, there's a lot of cheetah print in the crowd.
There's a lot of animal print. Yes.
So this is very on theme, very on brand. Heather McMahan, a comedian.
Yes.
Her special breadwinner is out on Hulu.
Thank you for that plug. I appreciate that.
I mean, we're never going to miss an opportunity. If Dan's out here plugging the Old Smoke clothing.
Did you hear about Old Smoke?
I didn't hear about Old Smoke. Tell me about Old Smoke.
Only this
one
weekend.
of these bad boys because look at that.
Jeff.
So what is
Currently 15% off, unheard of.
Guys, right here, they're not giving me a dime of this promotion, but Old Smoke Clothing Company, you said 15% off.
15%.
15% off if you subscribe to this YouTube. I think 14 people are watching. So for the love of God, help this sad crew out. My God, Old Smoke. Why is it Old Smoke?
I don't know.
It's a long
they
story.
don't even know why it's called Old Smoke.
We do.
Uh-huh.
It's because the guy who built the racetrack at Saratoga, his nickname was Old Smoke.
Did he smoke a lot?
And they, I think he did a lot of things. He ran like illegal gambling rings and that sort of thing. So smoking was probably the least of his vices. So.
Honestly, same.
Yeah.
Fully same. How we doing? This is a beautiful day at the racetrack. Let me tell you what. I am dialed into the races. I've already won some coin. I mean, this is a fun day.
Tell us about that.
What'd you hit?
I hit, a few times. My husband knows more about the lingo. I just know when he jumps up and gets excited, we are going to go for a steak dinner tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what Dan is for me. I'm like, Dan, put in a bet for me on
Dan,
this
you're
race.
like the whisperer. You understand what the hell's going on.
Well, yeah. I mean, Alexa probably knows what's going on better than I do.
Okay. But Dan is somehow with this goofy ass fedora. He's just able to dial in, and that's a problem, Alexa, because you look stunning and you're actually a professional. But it's guys like this that destroy everything that we love in this world.
Literally.
Because they come in with these goofy ass fedoras, and somehow they do better than us, and that's why we're bitter.
Hit $3,000 on $1 yesterday when
That's
I'm
what I
over
heard.
here slaving away, losing my bets.
It's so unfortunate.
Can
it
I
makes
tell
me
you
angry.
about how
did my
badly my
dinner.
feet hurt last week when I wore a new pair of shoes?
Oh my God,
Dan. He said he wore his shiniest pair of shoes.
What are your shiniest
wear-
pair of shoes?
They're just these brown cheap shoes that I had to fit my fat feet into, and it just didn't work. And like by the end of the day, I was complaining to my wife. I was like,
We
this
do
is
that
really bad.
every damn
This is
day.
every day.
I squeeze my fat
Dan, you've
feet.
never had a tampon that doesn't fit, okay? Hold me when you're fighting for your life. Unbelievable. Do you see what the patriarchy does to us? Anyways, how are we feeling about the horse races today? I've had one glass of wine and I'm on fire today. Okay.
Do you remember what the horse that you hit money with was called? Which horse was it?
It was number 9. That's
Number
all I
9.
remember.
Okay.
Jeff knows. Let me text him.
Yeah.
No, don't worry.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Great.
we're good.
Great.
All right. Well, why don't we win some? I mean, Alexa, do you want to set this race up because she's going to go back and make some bets after this? The
Let's
next
set it
race
up.
is race 7, the Breeders' Cup Turf, and so let's make some money here.
It is race 7, the Breeders' Cup Turf. This is one of the big ones, y'all, for $5 million going 1.5 miles on the turf. Some tidbits for our handicappers out there. The average winning buyer of this race is 107.9, so almost a 108, which is blazing quick. This is one of the originals from 1984. And let's see. Who do we like here? This is the Euro race.
Yeah,
you know, this
American
is the one
horses don't win this race. So the Europeans, they bring their horses here. They dominate this race.
Well, that's what
we
they
won
do.
the war, so that's all that matters. No, but for real.
Yeah.
So, okay, when we say Europe, I mean, listen, I'll always root for an Italian stallion. Are we talking Italy?
No
Are we
Italians.
talking no Italians? We're
English, Irish mostly.
Oh God,
Irish.
that's basically the mix of all of
Couple
us.
French,
Yeah,
a couple
the Irish.
French.
French, okay.
Ooh la la.
Couple French.
Couple French.
We had the
let's see
jockey for JRB on yesterday, and we
the
know
5-horse.
It's the 5-horse was also one of the top picks of another one of our guests today. But this one does have a very interesting favorite to mention, the number 11 Rebels Romance, who is
Rebels Romance.
Rebels
Good name.
Romance. Rebels Romance.
Great name. It's all about the branding. Okay. Oh, here we go.
There we
Emily
go.
Upjohn. Some of these I can't. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. There was a name in one of the previous races that I could not figure out what the hell it meant.
Oh.
Hold on.
Do you remember what it was? Yeah.
Oh,
Yep, hold on.
is Vangu Vangu?
Yes,
Vangu Vangu.
Yeah, it's Vangu Vangu.
None of us
what is
know
the
what that
history?
means.
No,
that
we
one we
don't
don't
know
know
idea.
about.
Okay.
That
The
one.
owners are just
Hang on,
complicated.
I looked it up.
Oh, you
guys,
do?
Because I'm not a handicapper. I come in with the vibes. And is Vangu Vangu is a Zulu word that means storm or turmoil. It can refer to a literal storm as well as a chaotic or turbulent situation.
So
there you
basically my
go.
marriage. We'd love to hear it.
Yeah, after watching Breadwinner, you'll understand.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that horse finished last too.
Was
so
that
I
is
don't know if
that
that's
a Japanese horse?
No, I thought he was like, I don't know, based in Australia. Maybe I don't know.
It's the
I
other
didn't know
horse that
I know it was
I-
Motion's horse, but I don't know where he's based.
Well, back to Rebel's Romance for just a moment.
Yes, please. Let's stay on track, for the love of God.
Won this race in 2022 convincingly, closing 10 lengths, and then had like a total bummer of a 5-year-old year. Clipped heels, jockey fell off, needed some brakes, just not great. And then came back this year as a 6-year-old, just looking awesome, better than ever, has won 5 out of last 6 races. Most graded races in... horse is jet setting, okay? Germany, Hong Kong, Dubai, Qatar, Great Britain. I mean, this is all around the world. So this is incredible if he can come over and win here again. Has won over $9 million in his lifetime. So
Wow.
Rebel's Romance is definitely a formidable favorite in here. However, it is a long turf race. So
It's a mile and a half.
It's a mile and a half
And
on the
most
turf.
races are a mile.
No, they all vary. So
Okay.
horses usually tend to have like a specialty distance, and we kind of split it into sprints and routes.
Yeah.
And sprints are less than a mile, and routes are a mile or more.
Great.
But they go in horse racing because we just like to be difficult. You know, we don't use normal distances. We use furlongs.
Yes.
Because that makes sense.
And I gotta be honest with you, I never did well in math. We're really on the SATs in general. So I just know when they get out that gate, I just feel it. I feel it in my
running.
loins.
They're
And then
going.
usually I realize I had put money on the wrong horse.
Wait, no, we were together. We were together for a big hit there at Saratoga. How about that?
Crushed Saratoga.
Crushed Saratoga.
You know, you have a feeling. I don't know what kind of voodoo you're into, but you get a look behind your eyes when
No.
you're flipping through this catalog and you just know what you're talking about.
You know what's funny?
What?
Like Lindsay Zarniak. Have you met Lindsay? Do you know her?
Yeah.
Yeah. She tells me the same thing. She's like, I don't know what it is about you. She's like, it's kind of like I sort of underestimate you all the time. Then you just kind of pull something out.
Yeah, we were talking about that. We said this guy is an absolute scammer. And then next thing you know, I've won $3,000. So, you know, it's kind of like we know you're kind. We like it.
Well, before I give you my, my suspect pick in this
Yeah.
race, give me some of your impressions here of Del Mar and the Breeders' Cup.
Let me tell you what, Del Mar's incredible because we're in Southern California, right? It's beautiful, it's breezy, it's sunny, the vibe is rich. It's good California folk. You know what I mean? I love it.
Yeah.
A lot of international folk here too because
Yes.
this is a big international race. Probably one of my favorites. I mean, Saratoga was a blast. Don't get me wrong, that was a ton of fun. But this is nice. This is real nice. I feel the ocean breeze. It's real nice.
It's a good way to spend the day. And
Yeah.
I mean, of all of the sporting events, I don't know what Jeff tries to drag you along and do.
I just want to say to all the Penn State fans out there, I'm sorry, but my husband is insufferable this afternoon, but he is so happy that he's at the horse race because that's what turned him around. You know what I mean? Penn State may have lost, but we are back up because our horses are winning.
I saw him watching it on his phone.
Yeah, it's
so
embarrassing. I'm sorry. It's highly unprofessional. And I told him, I said, we're here for one thing, Jeff. And he's like, the game's almost over.
Oh, just you wait until Heather, by the way, owns a thoroughbred racehorse that she aptly named.
Thank you for finally letting everyone know.
If you want to let them know what the name is.
The name of my horse is Absolutely Hot because obviously I am the mother. And, I have a podcast called Absolutely Not. And then Hot was in the lineage of the parent's name. So we went with Absolutely Hot.
No,
Period. Hard stop.
And this horse is a 2-year-old.
2-year-old, little babe.
And he's been developing, growing up. And he's being trained by Dale Romans, who you got to meet in his
Dale is
vibe.
just a vibe. That's all. That's the only way to describe Dale is like absolute vibes with a Z. Yeah.
And his wife Tammy, we love them.
Tammy! Let's not forget Tammy. She's a character. I love her.
So your horse is hopefully going to debut at the end of this month. So I can only imagine when your own personal sports team starts running, the way that Jeff is going to react and act. I mean, Alex Rossi, who professional athlete, explains it himself as like, I don't get stressed when I'm going in to play a game. Yeah. But as soon as like my horse has something to do, oh my gosh.
Nothing like it. You're going to freak
out. He said
you're going to lose your damn mind.
Watching his horse get ready to run than he does getting in the car to race, which is crazy.
I get that though, because I know when I'm about to step on stage, even if it's in front of like 6,000 people, I know that I'm in control of the situation. I'm not in control of the situation. You know what I mean? You got to hope that your horse is ready to go. You know, I know that I've had about 17 chicken tenders and 2 bottles of white wine, and I've done 0 warm-up, vocal warm-up, physical warm-up. There's no stretching. I get out and I let it rip. But these horses, you got to hope that they came prepared, you know?
It's an unpredictable game, but that's part of the fun of it. So
that's why we love it.
It'll be very fun to follow his journey and see how Jeff reacts along the way to those races.
Know, to make it to the first race.
I don't think we're going to make it to the first race, but let me tell you what, I'm going to be there in spirit. Hopefully we can make it. I don't know.
You'll get videos.
If it's on Thanksgiving, if it's on actual Thanksgiving,
I would be there
on Thanksgiving Day.
But here's the thing, I don't give a whatever about Thanksgiving. I might be having extensive dental surgery because I've got a rotting crown in the back. I'm kidding. No, I don't know. This is just the first news I've heard about this. So we will make sure that we're there if we can be there.
When is this race? When
in like a week. It's literally in a week. Yeah,
it's the next race. So he's one of the European horses.
Okay. Great.
Just shipped in, especially for this.
Can I tell you just out the gate gut on this? I'm going the Argentinian horse, number 9, El Encinal.
Okay.
Or I'm going Rebels Romance, the Irish horse.
Okay.
Yeah. What do y'all think? Am I right? Am I wrong?
You like Rebels Romance, right?
I like Rebels Romance, but it is the favorite, so I want to try to throw in some prices here to make some money, because in these big races, like last race with Torpedo Anna, she was a favorite, and I was like, I'm not trying to beat her. No way. I can't believe Ed was trying to beat her. What a foolish move.
Finish out of the money.
Fool. Just a fool. But in here, I do think there is potential for upset. I think Rebels Romance will be hard, but I do like Charriere.
I was going to say the 3's winning this race.
3. Oh my God.
Wow.
So bold.
Charriere.
Japanese. Now, Dan, Japanese contingent has not shown up yet.
Hasn't been a great start.
Has not been a great start. They have not won a race here at Breeders' Cup. So why do you think this one is going to be the one to do it?
The horse just had excuses, was 3rd in this race last year, had traffic to navigate through, taking a similar path back. I just think this horse is super classy and always shows up, and I just think she's going to get a nice setup. Like she's in a great post. She's going to stay near the rail, and she's going to make a move late. You're going to see she's going to be sitting behind the leading horses, and then she's going to kick clear. So
who are you talking about? The 3?
The 3.
Charriere.
3.
So
Charriere.
Yeah, I'm 3-1. 2-11, and then I would throw the 12 in behind if you're playing.
3-1, Rosham Park 2, Emily Upjohn. I do like Emily Upjohn.
I like
and
that
the
name.
11.
I wish everybody at home could know that we are sitting absolutely directly next to the public restrooms. I don't think y'all really understand how unhinged this is.
What a set.
I was just going to ask you.
I can feel people puckering their asses right now.
Yeah, the line is long. The men's line, what I'm blown away by, the men's line, it must be 40
people. Can we get a shot
deep.
of the men's line?
Yeah, we got it. This is out of control. When y'all want to think about how upper echelon horse racing is, and just being out here, you know, we're actually right next to the bathrooms.
The massive line. It's really a massive line.
The good news is it's not
we're
porta
next to the
potties.
shitter, okay?
The good news, it's not porta potties. If you're in the infield at like Derby or
the guys like this guy right here in the blue suit, he's got money. You know what I mean? But he also just took a fat dump. I should not be on this live. I'm so sorry. So back to gambling.
Please.
Back to betting. I'm going Rebels Romance 100%.
Okay.
And you're going, what was it?
Charriere.
Charriere.
Yeah.
I love that that's how we're pronouncing it.
I've got to put up this one
like
viewer
sharing
comment.
it.
This one viewer comment that just came in.
Yes.
What is this coverage?
Who is the person?
Marley G.
Marley.
You know, Marley, let me tell you what, okay? My name is Heather McMahan, and I have a new comedy special on Hulu called Breadwinner. And I happen to be a breadwinner and a horse owner. So that's why. I'm sorry, that camera. Marley, cut the ad attitude and just know I am fighting for my life. I've had 3 glasses of red wine. It's not even 2:00 yet, okay? And I am putting money that I probably shouldn't be putting money down on horses, okay?
All right, now read this comment.
Oh, what is this?
This coverage is amazing, is what says
Thank
William.
you.
Thanks, William.
Hey, William, in a couple minutes, I will show you my boobs. So there you go, William. Just for you, Big Daddy. Come on. This is supposed to be fun.
It is.
So I love Cabo Spirit. I don't know why. Number 8, Cabo Spirit.
Hey, you want to talk about dumping your chest out? That's Cabo Spirit.
That's
right
Cabo
there.
Spirit. And if you haven't been to Cabo, downtown, at the Boom Boom Room with your boobs out, then you've never been to Cabo. Okay? So,
Mango Deck.
can I ask real quick?
God.
It's a $5 million guarantee. All right? So how does that work? Yeah, as the races get later on in the day, the money is going up, right?
Yes.
Actually, the feature is the classic, and usually it's the last, but they've put it smack dab in the middle of the race card this year, so it's the 8th, it's next race, and that one's $7 million.
Oh.
And yeah, so these are, I think, the 2 biggest purses, right? The 5 and 7, and all the others are 1 or 2 million.
Okay.
Just chump change.
Chump change.
So $5 million, and not 100% of that goes to the owner. It kind of is divvied up, breaks it down. But that's still a massive payday.
It's 52% to the winner.
By the way, I will say, as someone monitoring viewership, our viewership has steadily spiked upward since you made that promise. So thank you, Heather.
For what was it, William, Mike, John, Scott, any of y'all, here you go. Okay, I am so selfless. What I give to my audience is unbelievable, and
it is.
Slide my DMs later, and I'll really show you the good stuff. So, anyways. This is what's great. We're in California. We're drinking wine. It's a beautiful day. And then we got horses. Look how cute this jockey is. I mean, just absolutely. He's going to crush it.
He was on the show yesterday. He was in the
He's fantastic.
yesterday. Yep.
Yeah, they're great. I mean, really crazy athletes.
Tiny little thing.
No,
Yeah.
they're insane. And Heather's mother, Robin, is with her today.
Yes,
and
Robin is here. She is sitting back at the booth having wine,
And she has a delicate, petite structure like that.
She would have been a great
songbird.
jockey. Oh my
She
God, my
would have
mother would have
nailed
been a
it
great
as
jockey.
a jockey. Seeing her side by side with them, I was like, this is a missed opportunity, Robin.
Yeah, it really is.
Heather, as someone who finds humor in everything,
Yes.
What is the funniest thing you've experienced? Not here, but just since learning about getting pushed into this horse racing world that you've seen, and you're like, wait, you're telling me they do what exactly?
I don't even. Here's the thing. Okay, I'll tell you what the funniest thing is. Being here and observing how many people are clearly here with their mistresses is actually the best. Because I can see a lot of guys have their heads on swivels as they're sitting up in the turf club, and I just feel like they're waiting at any moment for their wives to show up. So that's fun. I love family drama. I think it's just funny, when we went to Saratoga and I got to meet a bunch of the jockeys, and just honestly, I was impressed with how athletic they are. And I mean, it's such a dangerous sport. It's crazy for these guys, but it's just, they're so cool and they just hop around, and you know what I mean? I don't know. I just think the whole thing is so cool. I mean, I'm in a dangerous sport. I do stand-up comedy, so, at any moment I could die. So, yeah, this is, I just think the whole thing's really cool. I'm totally new to this world, and I've kind of dove in head first, and I just love it. It's really cool.
Awesome. That's awesome. Another comment, Robin, unsupervised, is worrisome.
Yeah, Robin right now is up at the Turf Club looking for a zaddy. She is looking for a rich horse guy to take her to Dubai or something. So she is on the prowl.
They're here.
One that is
Don't
not
find 'em.
actively there with a mistress.
Even if they are, it's fine. She doesn't want to get married again. She'll be another mistress. It's fine. She doesn't care. She does not care.
The next race is the Breeders' Cup Classic, race 8.
Yeah.
Since it's the big one,
let's discuss.
Yeah,
Can we get back to work?
Do you want to throw out the first opinion, or you want to kind of toss it to us first? You want to throw out the first opinion?
So my first opinion is City of Troy. Big deal. Coming out of Ireland. I feel number 3 is really going to be looking good. So do you agree?
That's my pick.
That's your pick. Well, there you go.
Oh, you like Next.
Okay, I like City of Troy and Next. I like Next for a price and City of Troy. I will be using both.
Okay.
Next is going to be long. City of Troy will probably be the favorite.
Okay.
And some of the other big horses, so some of the horses that you saw when you were at the Belmont Stakes with us this year.
Oh, we had Sierra Leone.
Sierra
you know some of these horses.
Yeah.
And as you can see, like previously he's been heavily favored, but he's 12-1 on Morning
psychotic.
Live. And that's because I think
psychotic.
so many people
12 to
have
1 on that
backed
horse
him
is
so many
psychotic.
times
Yeah.
and he's like kind of missed the mark. But Alexa
He
still
has not
believes
missed the
in
mark.
him.
Oh my God. I'm so pissed about people saying he's missed the mark. He's never gotten worse than third. He's never been more than a length and a half behind the winner. He has a difficult running style in races because he comes from so far back to come. So he's always got to deal with potential traffic. He's freaking amazing. How much money has Sierra Leone made? Let's talk about that
Let's
for a
talk about
second,
that. Okay, because where
when
does it say
people
on here?
Tell me.
Which
page.
that's
Next
okay.
page.
In the
Okay.
more detailed.
All right. This is like, you got to know Braille to be able to read this. It's unbelievable.
There he is.
Okay, where's
Okay.
money?
Okay, lifetime earnings of Sierra Leone is
$2 million.
2.37 million. Okay,
Yeah.
has he missed the mark, Rachel?
No.
No.
He's not missed the
He's
mark.
the breadwinner.
He is the breadwinner. I mean, listen, I'm rooting for Sierra Leone, but I do think, I'm just saying, it's a bold statement, but City of Troy is going to take it. There you go.
Heard it here first.
City of Troy.
City of Troy.
Let me give you one horse for the next race.
Hit us.
I'm assuming you're going back. You're going to share this with the room, with
Yeah.
the table. The 7-horse Ushba Tesoro. Last year, Japanese horse. Last year, this poor guy you see right here, Greg.
Yeah.
I asked him to follow around the owners who spoke only Japanese with microphones. So for 2 days, he followed them around and captured about 40 hours of footage.
Yeah.
Which he then had to edit and translate to English. By
I'm
the way,
so
Greg
sorry.
speaks no Japanese.
Yes, I figured. Yeah. Let me tell you what. That is the thing. Talk about crazy rich Asians. You get up into that turf club and you can feel the Japanese money. You know what I mean? You can't. It's different. You know what I mean? It's different. I'm from the South, and you think old Southern money. No, honey. I was in the elevator with 2 guys, and I said they are worth something. You know what I mean? Maybe the owners of what was the horse's name?
Ushba Tesoro.
Ushba Tesoro.
That. Yes.
Yeah.
So wow. Okay.
Yeah, Ushba.
so-
that was probably top 10 funniest
And I-
moments. Is Greg trying to edit footage
Yeah,
in another
funny-
language?
funny
and that's
for
how
us.
unhinged and deranged Dan is when he puts that fedora on his head. It fills his
He
head
did
with
with AI.
There's Dan
nefarious
without the
ideas.
fedora, and then there's Dan with the fedora. And when he puts on the fedora, he
Sinister.
becomes a sociopath.
Sinister. It
I
is.
love it.
And then the best part of this story is that the horse finished 5th. So the horse anyway. So now today that we're not with them, we think that the horse is going to win.
Okay.
I really think it's the best horse.
Greg's
Yeah,
into
Greg-
it.
Greg's gonna back it.
I ain't behind it.
All right.
So
So am I putting more money? So what are we saying? Like 7?
Bet the
Okay,
exacta.
so-
If you like City of Troy, bet the exacta with Ushba Tesoro and
Okay.
then her horse.
And what are you saying?
City of Troy.
Troy?
But include next.
Include next?
14.
Hidden on the back of the
Sorry,
page.
the Gucci's in the way. Next.
This horse will be super long shot. I think we'll get way more than 8-1 on next. But next, people, Roberto, I know you don't like next. Nobody likes next, but I love next, okay? This horse, Heather, I want to tell you a little bit about it.
When I've been
And again,
introduced to
for-
Roberto because he's very handsome.
Hey.
No, I think that
3-piece
Roberto-
suit. He's got a
Come on
Gucci
in.
belt
Come
on.
on in.
He's got a cigar. Is he single? Oh no, he's got a wedding ring. Well, so do I.
Here,
But
I'll
what did I
get
tell
out.
you?
Roberto, come in. I'll get out.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh my
Very
gosh.
handsome. Very handsome.
This is Roberto Rodriguez from DRF en Español.
Oh, hello. How are you?
Hola, ¿cómo
We're
estás?
sat between them, and I feel
bien.
like we're
¿Y tú?
interrupting.
Muy
Muy
bien.
bien. ¿Y tú?
Muy bien.
Mi español es muy malo.
Muy malo.
Ya, lo
El de
siento.
Alexa es muy bueno.
Oh, gracias.
Gracias.
Wow.
¿Qué tal el tuyo, Rachel?
Grazie.
Gracias.
More Italian. Yeah. How we doing?
How we doing? How we doing? Wonderful.
Yeah,
It's Britain's
great.
got weekend.
Yeah, it really is. We're tearing it up.
We're having a great time.
Can't get any better. Okay, so I was telling her about next.
Oh,
Which
here
I-
we go.
Okay, why are you upset about next?
Why do you
This
hate
I
so
mean,
much?
it's the different horses that he's going to be facing.
Yes,
It's
but
in the
he's beating
outside.
the horses he's facing by 25
Yeah, but
lengths.
it's not going to be 25, 50. It's not going to be a slow pace. He's going to have to use the horse, and probably, he won't be able to make it in the end. I love Next. Mm-hmm. It's a good story. I would love to see him winning, but to me, probably it's not going to happen.
Which, for anyone that's tuning in, the race
Hey, we
that
live
we're
in a free
talking
country.
about is-
Remember that, okay?
You're allowed to dislike next. It's
All right.
okay.
is the big $7 million Breeders' Cup Classic, which is the race that follows this one. Heather, I want you to be able to get back and enjoy the races. So before she leaves,
Yes.
you guys, last chance to talk about who she should persuade her husband to spend her money on betting
Yeah,
a horse.
exactly.
in the classic. Roberto, I know you just hopped in. So what are 2 horses that Heather should
Put
pick
money on for the next one.
for the
Next one,
classic?
the 4.
For the classic.
For the classic? I would say Serial Troy, but it's going to be low.
That's who she
Okay.
likes.
Yeah.
There's a consensus
I
there.
can lead out my boy Sierra Leone. I mean,
Yeah.
I know people are knocking that horse, but I think he's going to show up today. We'll see.
Okay.
You were actually perfectly in alignment.
We
then.
were in alignment.
Those are the 2 horses, and Roberto wasn't even here to eavesdrop on any of that.
But you
and try
weren't.
and,
You
like-
just rolled up in your 3-piece
It's just
suit
because
and just had that
it's all
sexy,
about the sunglasses.
that
It's all about the
sexy
sunglasses.
energy. And I think I'm going with you. Okay, so you're saying Sierra Leone and City of Troy.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Cool
you've got
Morris
Dan with
Santa.
Ushba.
Yeah.
Alexa with Next.
All right.
And as for me, I'm going to throw Forever Young out
Ooh,
there.
Japanese
Ooh,
horse.
Forever Young.
Forever Young.
That's not how I feel at all. Because I'm actively looking into getting my neck done. So there's that. There is that. All right. Okay.
Well, hopefully one of those bets hits so that you can invest in a little neck.
You know what? And I'm kind of like, I'm just throwing this out there. I don't know anything about this horse, but Rattle and Roll just is giving me a good vibe. That
Okay.
might be the surprise horse.
Well, not in the race.
Oh, not in the
So,
race. Never mind. Never mind. Scratch that.
Has
Not in
scratched
the
out of the race.
He was the bridesmaid, not the bride.
I bet there are people who are diehard, like, horse people right now that are so upset that I am discussing, that I am throwing. Guys, we are sitting next to the public toilets right now. I need you to know that this is the most, like...
You better read the scratches report, woman.
Yeah, I know. I didn't. Oh, yeah, it says that in the catalog. It sure does. So I tried my best.
We have a fun, unhinged time, as always,
Yeah.
with you. Again,
Love you guys.
Heather McMahan, everybody. Watch
Y'all,
Breadwinner
thanks for having
on
me.
Hulu.
I'm going to get back to my red
And,
wine, and I got races to watch. I got money to bet.
And to know everything that she's up to, you should also keep up on social media.
Keep
if
on
you want to
social
see
media.
what her mother is up to today.
Yeah, we're doing the most.
Unsupervised.
I got to go finish my steak and, have some champagne. But I'll see you guys later.
We'll see you
Enjoy.
soon.
Thanks for having me.
joining.
Lovely to
Adios.
meet you.
Thank you,
Adios,
Heather.
amigos. Ciao, ciao.